Hello, welcome to Dentistry Gone Wild. My name is Melissa Turner. I am your co-host, and I'm here with my BFF, the other wild partner in crime, Sonya Dunbar. Hello, Sonya.
Hey, Melissa, how are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to be doing this again on another Monday. These are the highlights of my week.
Are they? Are they
Well,
really?
yeah. I mean, you were supposed to say they're the highlight of my week too, Melissa.
Okay, say it again. Say that part over and let me say it.
Sonya, these are the highlights of my week.
They're the highlights of my week too, Melissa, being with you. Didn't that sound authentic?
That's it. That was good. I love it. I love it. Well, it's fall, it's November, it's almost Thanksgiving. Are you doing anything for the holidays?
I'm always doing something for the
You
holidays.
are.
I
You
love it. I love it. I love it. But check this out, Melissa.
are. Okay.
You're not gonna believe this. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm not shopping this year.
No.
No,
Come
I haven't bought anything since September.
on. What?
Yes, yes. I have three closets full of clothes. And I told myself I'm gonna just wing out. I'm changing my whole look. I want this look like blazer, t-shirts, skinny jeans, and heels. I want that type of
Oh,
look.
you
So
want
I'm
to be
kind of
hipster, don't you, Sonya?
no, it's kind of sexy. I want the tight blazer in a low cut shirt.
Yeah.
That look. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm merging with my stylist. We're doing some different things for this coming up ending this year, going into
Mhm.
next year. So
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean,
I
you
got
need to
some
do
new
that.
looks coming up.
You
Mhm.
need to do that every once in a while. I mean, that's you got to refresh everything. It's the name of the game here in dentistry, isn't it?
Kind of like hitting reset in life. Are you getting ready for the holidays with your girls and hubby?
Yeah, we're gonna have some family come over from out of state, so that's always fun. And it's just the girls are old enough now that we can actually celebrate holidays. It used to be like, oh yeah, we'd like make the whole house into dress it up like a turkey, and nobody would care except for Andrew and I, right? Because the girls were so little, they were like 2 and 3, right? But now they're old enough where like they enjoy celebrating, and so now we really get to go big or go home with holidays. So we're excited, yeah.
Are you one of those families that put your tree up at Christmas? Mean it on
Um,
Thanksgiving?
on Thanksgiving, you know what? I don't think we have traditions yet. Should we be one of those families or should we not be one of those
I don't
families?
know. I just hear some people are adamant about putting their tree up at Thanksgiving. Now, I mean,
Mhm.
it goes out. I mean, when my kids were young, my tree got up like 3 days before Christmas. I mean, we were horrible because nobody wanted to take it down. So we put it up 3 days before Christmas, and it was a big thing. But I'm not. I just fall in line now. Now I have Gerald and I had this sexy white Christmas tree that has a theme every year, and it's just
There
real
you
cute.
go.
Yeah.
I love that. No, I think if I had to choose, Sonia, I think I'm one of those people where if we have a birthday and we decorate for birthday, the all the decorations come down like the day after. And so if I had a choice, because our house is small, we live in the city, like it's small, and so to put a big tree in our house, like I'm gonna limit the amount of days. I think I've decided. I think I'll be like a couple days before Christmas, we'll put it up. I think because we can't afford to lose space in our house. No way.
I totally understand. Now, listen, do you give out toothbrushes for Christmas?
Well, yeah, of course.
But talking about giving out toothbrushes,
Yes.
our next guest, our guest have some amazing toothbrushes.
Yes.
That I'm like kind of obsessing over them because I'm all about branding. And these people, is it Zana? Did I say it right, Melissa? Because I mess up my own name.
Yeah, Zana. I mean, they're gonna have to tell us if we didn't get it right. But
Here we
Zana
go. Let's
sounds
bring
good to
them on.
me. I love it. And they're sexy toothbrushes, aren't they, Sonya?
Yeah, I love sexy. Hello.
Hi, ladies. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you guys are just rocking it. The way you go back and forth, the playfulness, the authenticity. I mean, if people aren't watching you, they need to be just because it's a joy.
So cute.
And
What?
we're not even drinking. This is
I
just
know.
us.
Get us drinking. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, well, look, like you guys have a good chemistry here too. You guys look good together too. Your nice panel background, expensive mics. Him in his black shirt. You got like a tan and black shirt on. Y'all kind of cute. His hair spiked. Your blondish brown hair. What's the deal here? Let's talk about what's really going on here. Let's put the toothbrushes down. Are you brothers and sisters, or
No, no,
I
no.
mean, I'm
No,
being a
no,
little
no.
nosy. I'm being a little nosy. So
Okay,
what?
So
the first time I met Shawn and Shawnie was on the beach, and I walk up to them and I'm like, "Hey, are you guys married?"
So it's so funny because I feel like nobody ever asked us that until we left Phoenix, because everybody knows us and they know that one of us has 5 kids and one of us has 1 kid.
Can you
Can
guess?
you guys guess who?
I'm gonna say Shawn has 5 kids because there's no way that Shawnie could look that good after 5 kids.
Ding, ding, ding. Yep. So Shawn is the crazy one. And yeah, no, we
The lighting must be good to me because I absolutely have lots of gray hairs coming from because of my 5 kids. Like I have a brother and sister that are older than me, and they don't look as old, like as aged as I do. So, man, the stress that 5 kids takes on you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I mean, honestly, I was so lucky to meet Shawn at like the perfect time. I was working clinically as a hygienist, and when I met Shawn, just through a mutual somebody that I knew through a study club, and he told me about the idea behind Zana, I was just like, oh my gosh, and I'll let him, give that info out. But I just thought this is amazing. This is exactly like what I've always thought dentistry needed. And he loved that we had close to the same name. And so that's
I did think that was pretty cool. I was like, wait, is that really your name? And then I needed her to like spell it though, because it's like if it was spelled, I don't know, like weirder, it wouldn't have been as cool, but we have like the same spelling too.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's how that started. So
Talk about good branding. I mean, there you go.
Well, Shawnee's like, yeah, she didn't think people remembered her name
nobody
until it
remembered my
was
name
Shawn
until
and Shawnie. And now,
Mhm.
yeah. So it's pretty simple when we go to trade shows. People are like,
Mhm.
wait a second. And then they always ask, are you married? And it's like, well, no.
No, we're not married. It's an awkward silence, and people feel embarrassed for asking that question. But
We
then
just
other
work
questions,
great
look,
together.
then other questions are back in their mind, but we won't ever say it out of our mouths. I mean, but it's okay. It's okay. So let's talk about toothbrushes.
There
So
we go.
so tell us about Zana. First, I want to know, how did you come up with that name? I love the name Zana.
Well, like Shawnee said, she was actually part of it when it was just a program that we were thinking of because we thought it got patients to be devoted. So it was actually like the Devoted Club. And I was like, you know what? This is so much more than a club. It's more than a program. It's definitely a company because whenever you're kind of throwing around ideas, you're trying to see like, is this something that's just a good idea within my current company, or is this actually like big enough and has enough momentum to stand on its own? And with Zana, we definitely felt that way. So I think it's because originally the way that we had it set up is that it was supposed to help hygienists and they could share with other hygienists and they could make money on the side. So I was kind of picturing this like flower of like you on the inside and then these petals on the outside. And something like in German or Swiss German, I'm not really sure. My wife speaks both. Um,
Hold on. Hold on. Back up here. She speaks Swiss German.
yes. Well, she lived in
Okay.
Switzerland for 7 years.
Okay, that's my heritage too. Okay, so we have to like not just German, but Swiss German. So like we gotta like, we'll explore that later.
Yeah, they always say that crazy word like "hihu hashley" or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, that's beyond me. I don't know.
Now you're
But
losing her.
like there's some word like "sana" or something like that that means flower. So we were like, oh, like my last name's a Z. I like Z's, so I think we just made it like Zana. And anytime you can find like a business word that's like 4 letters, that's really difficult because most 4 letters are just taken up, you know. So yeah, I like the way it sounds. I have a daughter named Anna, so Zana. Anna, I don't know.
You know what? It works for you, right? And won't it's hard to forget. So I like it.
Mhm.
Although sometimes you do forget how to pronounce it, though, in all fairness.
Yeah, I forget how to pronounce it. But I forget how to
Thank
pronounce
God.
my name sometimes.
Yes, yes.
I really does. Am I Sonya or Sonia today? I don't know. So listen, tell us about the program because that's what makes it so unique. Um that's what makes it profitable for a practice. So can you unpack that for us?
So I'm gonna throw this one to Shawnee, but just to start off, like, that's why we say, like, "Why is this more than a brush?"
Mhm.
And that's what she's gonna tell you about.
So, the problem I was having working clinically is, of course, I wanted my patients to use an electric toothbrush, but I always felt like I was just kind of ripping them off if they were to buy a brush from the practice. Because come on, like we're in the days of Amazon and even Costco. Like patients could go get that brush for way cheaper elsewhere. And so it was just like this weird tension. And like I said, when I met Shawn, he said the same thing. Like there's a problem that, patients are not able to have that trust with their practice because they feel like they're getting ripped off. Their brush head replacements are so overpriced. And so, really, Zana is a way to actually help patients to be incentivized to come back in for their routine hygiene visits because when a patient enrolls, they actually get the Zana brush, which it's amazing. It's private labeled, which for some reason this one is not, but typically is like name, phone number, and website would go on the brush so that 2 times a day, 7 days a week, every time your patient brushes, like you're the one getting the credit. The practice is. So the practice name front and center. And then when the patient returns, they get the free brush head replacements free for life as often as they return into the practice. So it just made so much sense. And there's nothing else like it out there. So we really say it's the electric toothbrush program reimagined because Shawn really figured out a way to make it a win win for the practice, the patients. I mean, just oral health, everything. So
Mhm, mhm. I might be a little jealous that I didn't think of this myself. So
every
let's just get that out there. Yeah. 'Cause
Right.
it's really a take it's almost retro because it's a take on, "Okay, we're gonna send the manual toothbrush home with the patient, and we're gonna put our branding on that," and I remember using those as a kid, until I go and get the next one and 6 months later, and so I love that you've brought that back, and I don't know, this is maybe Sonia's different, but I think just getting that free brush head is a huge motivator to stick to one practice. I mean, it is a huge motivator.
Yes.
I
Yes.
hate paying for brush heads, right? I do. And so even for me, that's a huge motivation to go back and let alone stick to the same practice. Sonia, are you the same way?
I'm the same way. I like the idea of being able to, you can look at your brush head and see it's getting kind of fuzzy, and then you get your recall card. So it's retention for the practice. And I'm always going to take stuff back to mobile. Even in the mobile business, where someone, if they're going to do pop up, if they're going to go to pop up every 6 months, when they go in, they could bring the head to the
yep.
people, so they'll be looking forward to the same mobile fan to come back. So there, that helps develop relationships as well. And
Uh,
like, and I like the idea of the logo. You could put your logo on it. I think that your logo or your phone number, the company, or the practice name, all of that makes sense to me. It's educating the patient and keeping them with retention, and
Mhm,
it's branding you. It's branding your
mhm,
office as well.
So, I mean, fundamentally, it's just a different take on it, and that's why we say it's the electric toothbrush program reimagined. And that's why people get a big kick out of it because we say, like, "Hey, we're an electric toothbrush company, and we're telling you to stop selling electric toothbrushes." And people are like, "Well, what do you mean?" And it's like, there's a better way than just selling people, your patients, an electric toothbrush. That's really not a good deal to them. It's just transactional. You have to spend a ton of money on the upfront for inventory. You have to store it, and then maybe 90 days, 120 days later, you might make a little bit of money on that huge investment. And that's if you even sell them all. Like, a lot of times they just sit back in the storage closet. And we're like, it's a hassle for the practice, and it's not even a good value for the patient. So we're like, there's got to be a better way. So instead of selling our Zana brush, which retails for $200. Patients get it when they enroll in Care Beyond the Chair. So we say, hey, don't sell a brush. Enroll your patients in your own care program because you care much about them when they're in your chair at your practice, but like extend that care beyond the chair. So right away when they enroll, they get the $200 on a brush, and then they get, like Shawnie was saying, the replacement heads for life as they come back in for their hygiene visits. And it's a win because most people like think of the acquisition cost. Oh, I have to buy a really nice electric brush. You're going to pay between 180 to $250. But it's every year that maintenance cost of having to get the replacement heads. It's $50 a year. So over the life just of 5 years of owning this, that's another $250 worth of value that the patient's getting, all the while seeing that because they belong to your practice, they're treated like family and you take care of their oral health. So
Wow, that's amazing. Care beyond the chair. I love it. I love it. And that's so important. And that's what hygienists believe. We want to do care beyond the chair. We want you to continue to take care of your mouth once you leave the office. So that's good. I love the brand, the idea behind it. I love that.
so that clock you have there, it says geriatric tooth fairy. Have you heard our little story about the Coach K and being the tooth fairy?
No.
Okay, so Coach K, he's an awesome guy. He said he's like, Shawn, I'm the guy that used to go to trade shows and I would find like the electric toothbrush reps and I'd be like, why are we doing this? Like it just doesn't make any sense. He's like, but with your company, he's like, I get to be the tooth fairy. Patients have to come back to me. I have the replacement heads. So he literally referred to himself as the tooth fairy. And he loved that because it's like we could send the replacement heads to the patient's home and it might be convenient for the patient, but we want it to be a win for the practice. The practice gets the credit when the patient comes back, and the practice is the one that gets to give them. So I just saw your clock, and that totally reminded me of that.
Right. I love it. But it makes sense. And that's what practices want. We want our patients to continue to come back. We like that. Melissa. Oh, Melissa. She's frozen. She's been having internet issues all day. But I
Oh,
love your idea. I love the care beyond the chair. I love that the patients get to come back into the office for their replacement heads. It's a win-win for the patients. It's a win-win for the practice. It's a win-win all the way around. So if someone wanted to get in touch with you all, how can they do that?
they can go to myzana.com or they could just email Shawn or Shawnie at myzana.com.
Wow. Now, are you so if it's a hygienist and they're looking to have this in their office and or a dentist that wants to bring this on board, they just go to they email you all and you all can explain to them how they can become a member of this of your group?
Yeah, they could just sign up right through the website. It's super easy. So as soon as a practice signs up, all they have to do is decide what they want imprinted on the brush. And automatically, we start to imprint them 6 brushes. We send the 6 brushes to the office. And as soon as, so this is the thing with like no inventory. We were actually talking to a perio office the other day, and I always forget how many she said. They just bought how many cases of
9 or 10 cases.
Sonicares, and like the amount that she told us that they spent like on inventory, we're like, oh my gosh. Or even like mobile, like you guys don't have a place to carry a bunch of, like you wouldn't have a place
Absolutely.
to carry that many Sonicares, right? So the fact that we just send 6 brushes at a time, when the office is down to 3, we start imprinting more. And so nobody has to worry about ordering. The office doesn't worry about, placing orders or paying for inventory. So like I said, as soon as they sign up and give us their info for the brush, it's just like turnkey, ready to go, behind the scenes working. So super easy.
Wow. Well, we're looking forward to having you all. Hopefully you all will be at the conference so
Yeah.
mobile dentists can be introduced to your amazing product. Melissa and I appreciate you for being on the show. Melissa, do you have anything before we close?
You guys are so cool. Love the branding, love the story behind it. Love reimagining something that seems so simple. So kudos to you. Thank you for your time and effort to come up with something like this. And hopefully we'll see you in March at the conference.
Yes. Thank you
Absolutely.
guys both so much. We appreciate all of your support and just love from day one. Like we feel it and we just think you guys are awesome. So
Thank you.
thanks,
Thank
ladies.
you for being here.
All
Melissa,
right.
you want to close?
I will. So, thank you again for being with us and listening on another Monday of Dentistry Gone Wild. Please click like and share, leave us a review, and we will see you back here next week on Monday. Love you all. Bye.